review of the new Yamaha Fascino 125 fuel injection. 125cc scooter market is having a good start, and this time we are checking the Yamaha Fascino 125 Fi. This is the BS-6 updated version of the Fascino, and here what has changed is actually everything. This is a major update and also a very good one too. Now the reason I said it's a major update is because firstly, the design has changed a lot from the previous version. Starting from the front, the fender used here is now metal, which is actually a welcome change. And on moving up, the front panel is pretty clean with the Yamaha logo, and the indicators and DRLs as a single unit is flanked on either side. This front section looks neat and attractive and will be multicolored based on the scooter color. And talking about the scooter colors, there are 7 in total, and actually all of them are pretty sleek. And the one we have here is the copper color. It's kind of pinkish with this black front panel, and also one more thing here is that if the front panel is multicolored, then this boomerang style fitting next to the indicators will be black, else it will be chrome. Then if we check the headlight, well, the headlight design has been changed from the previous Fascino, and here this new one is a concave lens headlight with a cap around it, which again is color matched to this one. So if this fitting is black, then the headlight cap will also be black, and same is the case with this outline fitting on the side panel. Now this headlight is not LED, but instead it's halogen, but I feel by keeping it halogen, that classic design is kept intact throughout, and even the range and coverage is pretty good. The headlight does spread well, which gives good visibility for your night rides even in pitch dark. Then for the handlebar, it's the classic scooter one with not so bad switch controls. On the left, you get the dim bar bright switch, indicator toggle and horn, and actually the pass light is missing, but on the right, there is the self-start switch and also the start and stop system switch. Now what this tech does is when you stop the vehicle in traffic or take a halt, then the engine is automatically cut off, and then when you twist the accelerator, the engine starts instantly. This is a great feature because it helps in saving fuel. And also another great add-on feature is that now there is side stand engine cut off. So when your side stand is engaged, the engine is cut off. I feel this is a very handy feature and it should be standard across all scooters. And talking about standard features, well, all these features are available both in the drum and disc variant of this new Fascino. And for this, props should be given to Yamaha for not skipping with features in the base model. And now for the instrument panel, well, here also Yamaha has kept that classicness by opting for a fully analog panel. Nowadays, most of the scooters have a digital analog combo or a fully digital one, and here if we compare this with that, well, it's very basic, but I feel this is a good one too. It's very clean and also shows the needed stuff like the speed, the distance covered, fuel level, echo indicator, start-stop system indicator, etc. If Yamaha would have used a small digital section here, they could have shown some more stuff like time, trip, etc. But still based on aesthetics, this one looks classic and does blend well with the overall scooter design. And actually that's the case with the very clean and elegant side panel. There is this nice curve with the outline which, like I said before, can be chrome or black finished, and here I do like this simplicity. The only highlight used in the side panel is this 3D Fascino branding, and that makes it look pretty sleek. And that sleekness is carried to the rear design. I'm in love with this rear design. This V-shaped taillight adds to the overall touch of the scooter, and this makes the design complete. This one is a pretty standout element in this new design. And also the grab bar for the pillion is stylish, yet a very comfortable one for the pillion to hold. And finally for the exhaust, it's taken a dark side approach with a full black paint scheme, and for the design, it does flow well with the scooter design. So all of this combined together make the design of the Fascino 125 a great new design which is surely standout and classic, yet a trendy one too. I really like this new design in the Fascino 125, and this is just the first of all the great changes. And the reason I say that is because here even the dimensions is different from the old Fascino, and this is much longer, slightly wider and a bit shorter in height. But the interesting part is that the seat height, even though slightly higher at 780 mm, Yamaha did design it perfectly, which makes this new Fascino a comfortable one for a wide range of riders. And for me, as you can see, my legs are well planted, and also I didn't face any issues with the footboard based on seating. Now this footboard is not a lavishly spaced one, but it's just spacious enough to provide comfort for the rider. And actually that can be seen with just a single hook available, which is the front hook, which is by the way a retractable one. And it's of good quality. And also speaking about quality, well, the build of this new Fascino has improved a lot from the previous model, and this time the quality feels really high and durable even though the side panel is fiber. And this kind of quality is even seen with the most important thing, which is the engine. The new engine used here is a 125cc air-cooled 4-stroke 2-valve fuel injection BS-6 standard engine. The max power generated by this engine is 8.2 PS at 6500 rpm, and the max torque produced is 9.7 Nm at 5000 rpm. Now one of the tech used here, which is smart motor generator, makes the engine start much quieter, and you can feel that difference when you press the self start. The engine starts silently and it's always a satisfying feeling when you press the cell start switch. And once the scooter is up and ready for a ride, well, the experience is just awesome. Just twist the accelerator and you can feel the power improvement. Yamaha claims the ascent acceleration and the passing acceleration, which is the power in the 30 to 60 km range, has been improved by 30%, and actually you can feel that power difference. The scooter does accelerate pretty well from standstill, and in no time you'll be in the 50 range. Now the speed gain isn't very abrupt, but it's more of a fast linear gain. But here, like Yamaha claims, you can feel a bit of an extra push in the 30 to 60 mark, and that's a great thing because for city overtakes, that does give you the advantage. And actually, you can push further into the 70 to 80 mark, and even at that speed, there isn't any vibrations or rattling from any parts. But when I pushed above the 80 mark, there was a slight vibration in the handlebar, but still that's fine because it's a scooter, and I don't think we're going to ride a lot in that speed. But still, this new Fascino is to an extent a scooter that can be used for long rides. It's basically because the engine is powerful enough so that you won't feel any fatigue while riding, and also the comfort side is well done too. For instance, just take a look at this seat. It's long and wide enough, and also the rider seating is a bit low set from sides, and that's the reason for the easy leg reach. And for the cushioning, well, it's more than enough with moderate stiffness which gives support, and therefore for me, even after riding for more than 2 hours in a stretch, I wasn't feeling any numbness or discomfort. And actually the pillion seating is also excellent, and therefore even if you're riding with a pillion, your ride will be comfortable. Then secondly, in the comfort side, Yamaha did use pretty good quality suspension combo. The front is telescopic fork and the rear is unit swing, and here the suspension is leaning towards the softer side, and when I did ride through very bad road conditions, the suspension did take majority of the stress, and actually that was noticeable especially from the front telescopic suspension. Now the tires also did play a role here to make the ride comfortable, and that's because the front tire used is the usual 90mm tubeless tire in a 12-inch rim, but the rear tire used is 110mm thick and it's also tubeless and it's fitted to a rim of 10 inches. Well, the 110mm tire in the rear is a very welcome thing, and I did feel that extra balance given here while taking corners and also while riding in the 80 speed range. Now, even though the Fascino is a very light scooter weighing just 99 kilograms, the scooter was well planted on the road, and here there wasn't signs of losing balance. But please do note, the road conditions we tested this was pretty dry, and I'm not sure how well the balance will be in wet conditions, but from the experience I had, I feel it should be good in wet conditions too. And also, since the scooter is very lightweight, the new Fascino was very easy to flick around through traffic, and I feel this is a scooter that majority of us can easily manage through city traffic. And also for the riding posture, well, it's perfectly upright with the handlebar a bit high set. So overall, for the ride quality and comfort in this new Fascino 125, the changes are drastic than the old version of the Fascino, and I did really enjoy the riding experience. It's like this smoothness and refinement with adequate power and comfort from starting the scooter to riding it and even when stopping it. Well, now let's focus a bit on the safety side, and here the brakes used depends on the version you get, and actually the front can either be 190mm disc or drum, and the rear is drum. And there is also UBS as standard. Now what UBS does is that when the rear brake is applied, both front and rear are applied together to reduce the braking distance. The variant we tested is the drum brake variant, and surprisingly the braking performance in this version was not bad at control speed. Well, for speeds above 70s, it's very risky if you need to do a panic brake, and I will always recommend to ride carefully. When I tested the brakes while riding in the 50 to 70 speed range, the scooter did respond well to brakes applied, and there wasn't any skids or any other issues. But please do note, for safety stopping, please do perform braking at control speed. So now let's move on to check the new underseat storage, which can be opened with this multi-function key switch. And on opening, well, you're greeted by a large 21-liter storage space. It's wide enough so you can stuff in a lot of items, and also this does fit in my large-sized, fully covered helmet with some extra space to spare. So even though the footboard doesn't offer much storage space, the underseat storage is big enough. Now one thing you might see here right next to this storage space is the fuel inlet. Most of the manufacturers are now moving to external fuel inlet system, which is more convenient, but here it's different and you do lose that convenience. But still, I'm not complaining, because if Yamaha would have gone for such a system, well, it would have spoiled the rear design. And here, this fuel tank, which is accessible by opening the seat, is 5.2 liter in capacity, which is on par with other scooters, and here actually the mileage is much better than the old Fascino, and during our testing we got approximately 54 km per liter of mileage in good city conditions. Now please do note, the mileage might be different for you because as always it totally depends on how you ride and also the conditions through which you ride. So after checking all this, well, all the changes we got are pretty excellent, like a fresh design which is more elegant than before, and also the dimensions have been tweaked to make it more suitable for a wider range of riders. Then this new BS-6 engine does make the riding experience a very enjoyable one with better refinement, performance and mileage, and on top of that, the comfort is pretty good too. And since we have got so much, well, there should be a very huge price hike, right? Well, actually yes and no, because I feel the pricing of this new Fascino 125 is pretty competitive. Well, like I said in the beginning, there are two variants which are drum and disc, and the ex-showroom pricing of the drum variant is 69,440 Indian rupees, and for the disc variant it is 71,940 Indian rupees ex-showroom. Now these ex-showroom prices are Kerala ex-showroom pricing, and if in case you are from Kollam, Kerala and you want to know the on-road pricing or make a booking for the new Fascino 125, well, you can contact the number shown here. Now, there is approximately 10k price difference for this new Fascino 125 compared to the old Fascino, but I feel it's not that fair to compare this new Fascino with the old one because this scooter is totally different in every aspect from the old one, and here this price tag is pretty spot on. Because like I said in the beginning, everything has changed and the changes are great. Well, I know everything is not perfect here and there are some omissions done, like for instance, the headlight could have been LED and also they could have used a digital instrument panel here, etc. But still, for this price, these omissions are not something that will affect you. And actually, you might not even notice these missing things because here, for example, the halogen headlight is a good one, especially how the headlight is spread out is perfect. So as of now, without even thinking a bit, I'll surely recommend this new sleek looking, comfortable yet very refined scooter without any hesitation. And I think you'll surely enjoy the new Yamaha Fascino 125 Fi. That's all for this video, guys. Hope you liked it. If so, please do hit the like button and also please do subscribe so that you won't miss any of our future contents. See you again in the next one. Till then, bye and always ride safe.